great to have you with us. What a game. Bill Pito along with Wally Szczerbiak. Wally, the Knicks had been 3-20. 3-20 in their last 23 in Denver. Not close tonight. Nuggets led 5-4, and after that, it was lights out. Knicks took control and never looked back. It wasn't even close tonight.
Wasn't even close. Nuggets had no answer. Remember when the Knicks played the Nuggets in the Garden last year with OG Anunoby on the floor, how they blew the Nuggets off the floor? They weren't even in the game. Not a good matchup for the Denver Nuggets. And I think what happened was, after the performance in Utah, Tom Thibodeau got this team's attention in practice yesterday. They looked a lot more engaged defensively. Their ball pressure was outstanding. They made, obviously, Jokic is tough to stop, but they did a good job of making sure they took care of everyone else and didn't let them get going. And then that is historic offensive numbers. I mean, the numbers, the sharing the ball, just the flow, the rhythm. It was just a beautiful thing to watch that high level of basketball.
When this team gets rolling, they look like they're unbeatable. 45 assists to tie the franchise record. 23 assists in the first half, most they've ever had in a half. Again, 45 assists to tie the franchise record. Just a joy to watch.
Yep, and Jalen Brunson, a career-high 17 assists. I mean, he's the guy setting the table for everyone, and he has finishers around him, guys that just are flat-out, lights-out three-point shooters. They can make good decisions and make the right plays. This offense is so unselfish. Nobody holds the ball. Nobody dribbles it more than one or two dribbles, especially the guys on the wings. If you have the shot, take it. If you're guarded, pass it. It's simple. It's not hard. You're not going to turn the ball over playing this way. You're going to make your teammates better. You're going to have 45 assists. You're going to just look like a team that loves playing basketball together. The chemistry is really coming together right now.
The Knicks shot 61% from the floor, 19 of 36 from downtown. They dominated the boards. Look at the assist differential. And how about the Knicks with 24 fast break points? And we began the show talking about OG Anunoby. We all know he's great on defense, but the way he's been scoring lately, capped off by a career night for him this evening in this one, 40 points. If OG Anunoby's going to give you 40 points with that defense, that's amazing.
Well, I've been saying it. For his whole career, he's got a complete offensive game. But sometimes when you're as good as he is and he's playing at such a high level and efficient level that he is playing, you have to look to take more shots, or else you're hurting your team. You have to make the defense pay when they put Jamal Murray on you. He has no business guarding OG Anunoby. He's been great in transition, blocks leading to steals, leading to easy buckets, and, you know, his dunk-o-meter is just off the charts this year. He's so athletic. And look at that. There's no playing around with the ball. I mean, anytime he gets it, his max dribbles is 2. He makes a decision, catch, shoot, dribbles once, twice, pulls up, gets to the basket, makes a play, passes it off to his teammates. He is a very efficient offensive player. He just plays the game the right way. And that's what the Knicks have assembled here. Karl Anthony Towns, again, didn't play well in Utah. He will tell you that. But he dominated tonight against the best player in the NBA, in my opinion, in Nikola Jokic. I mean, 30-15, easy, doesn't even matter. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns, what he's doing on a nightly basis, it's also pretty special and fun to watch.
All right, so a dominant win for the Knicks. Monica McNutt helped call the game on ESPN New York, the radio call. Monica, what a great performance from beginning to end for this basketball team.
Man, Pito, the air here in Denver, the altitude doesn't bother you anymore. Like, the lights are shining, the floor looks good, your skin's popping. That was incredible. And it's funny enough, earlier today, Skylar Darrell and I were texting our terrific graphics producer. We were talking about, you know, how many nights you get unlucky and have a poor shooting night like what happened in Utah. So we're going back and forth about that. But on the flip side, how often do you get a dominant performance like this? All around. I mean, Jalen Brunson, a new high in career assist, another monster double-double from Karl Anthony Towns, of course, OG Anunoby, and as a team, the 45 assist mark that hadn't been achieved since '79. This is a great performance rolling into a very tough Dallas team.
It sure is. Monica, I said it in the pregame. I thought tonight the Knicks were really going to get their competitive juices flowing after that loss against Utah. Denver's one of the top teams in the NBA. And what do you think? Boy, they came out and hit them first.
I don't don't know if I'll be honest, I don't know if I felt as confident as you did, Wally, but I did think the big difference between what happened in Utah and what would happen in Denver is that you don't have to prepare, right? Well, I shouldn't say you don't have to prepare. You don't have to get yourself up because you look at a record that says 3 in however many games as you saw in Utah as compared to Denver. Listen, I was sitting and chatting with some of the staff pregame, and the sentiment is like, this team plays well versus the Nuggets. And typically they do. Last year here, they lost. But remember, last year in the Garden, they took care of business versus the Nuggets. And so I really liked what you saw top to bottom. The competitiveness on the defensive end, particularly to start the basketball game, I thought sending the traps was well done. I thought Josh Hart did a good job of digging and helping and recovering at different points. And so I liked what I saw defensively from this group. And, of course, you can't complain about the offense.
All right, Monica, next up at Dallas the night before Thanksgiving Wednesday, pregame at 7, game at 7:30. Dallas likely to be out without Luka Doncic, who's got a bad wrist.
Yeah, that's still going to be a tough game. Derek Lively is playing really good ball, and I think Dallas got the win tonight. Obviously, you got to deal with Kyrie Irving. I think J.J. Hardy had a good game for them as well. Look, that is a team that not similar to the Nuggets, but they want to get downhill. They've got terrific three-point shooters. Derek Lively is coming into his own as a defender. I don't think he's yet on Karl Anthony Towns' level in terms of giving up some size and muscle mass probably, but this is going to be another terrific game. I mean, we keep hearing multiple coaches, guys, talk about that 20-game mark, and we're rapidly approaching it. So coaches are really looking at their squads critically, and I expect Jason Kidd to have his guys ready to rock and roll. All right, Knicks 10-7, 17 games in the books. Monica, have a great trip to Dallas. We'll talk to you on Wednesday night. Sounds good. All right, so the Knicks with a dominant win. Mike Malone, of course, used to be a Knicks assistant with Tom Thibodeau. They're good friends, coaching against each other tonight. Here's Malone, not happy with his team after the game.
Who do we want to be as a team? You know, I mean, so yeah, leadership would be great. Toughness would be great. Physicality would be great. Playing like you actually care would be great. And we didn't do that tonight. Give them credit. They're coming off of a bad loss in Utah, and they played like it. They played urgent, physical, desperate, motivated basketball. And we played like we won a game in L.A. and like we could just show up tonight. And when you think you can do that against a good team like that, that's what's going to happen.
That's not a happy coach.
That's exactly how how Michael Malone should react. I played for him in Cleveland. He was our defensive coordinator for 2 outstanding years, won 66 games, made the Eastern Conference Finals. He's a no-nonsense guy. That's what you respect about him. That's what you want out of your coach and your leader. And the Denver Nuggets did not show up tonight. At the same time, it's demoralizing when the shots go in the way they went in for the Knicks, 19 for 36 from the three-point line. But at the same time, this is a team with championship DNA. And the Denver Nuggets, there's been something that's been missing the last couple of years, and Michael Malone's trying to get that fire back in his team, and that's how you do it. I like that press conference.
All right, Knicks blow up.
But I guess how would you compare what your team did tonight with the shooting splits? You guys tied a franchise record for assists. Have you seen many nights like
well, that's what I liked about the game. I thought, and the team has been very unselfish all year long, and we're getting a better rhythm, and we're creating good shots. And we're finding, you know, the guy who has a hot hand or a good matchup, but we're doing it through movement. And that's everyone working together to create the right shots. And when we do that, we're an excellent offensive team. And I think we've shown that all year. And even the other night when we lost, like the shots that we had were good shots. So just keep trusting each other. Each night it could be someone different. Like tonight, OG was unbelievable. I thought guys made a conscious effort to search him out, find him, create shots for him, and he kept moving. And so that was great. I thought Jalen was an unbelievable floor game. Cat gave us a presence inside. I thought Mikhail and OG defensively were fantastic, and then the bench was terrific.
You always praise OG, but have you guys unlocked a little something with him, scoring-wise these last?
Yeah, I don't know whether it's unlocked. I just like who we are as a team. Like, I think that when you play that way, you know, the game tells you what to do. So if everyone's working for each other, good things come from that. And a lot of the things that he does well, like run the floor, move without the ball, cut, shoot the three, as long as he stays in motion, we're gonna, and we get him into space, and the more guys cut and we can drive off the cutter's back and things like that, we're going to get great shots. And we got guys who can make shots. We got shot makers. So, and then, Cat gives us a different, presence, at the 5 position. So that opens the floor up. And then if we make deep paint penetration and the right reads, good things come from that. So let the game tell you what to do. Hustle. I thought our ball pressure was better. Obviously, we still have a lot of work to do on the defensive end, but I thought the rebounding was really good. Low turnovers were good. Pushing the ball, getting those easy baskets that way, getting some scores off the defense. That's what we need to do, and we need to continue to focus on daily improvement. So you don't get there in a day, and just keep concentrating on improving.
I was going to ask you about the defense prior to kind of Russ getting hot at the end there. You guys, it seems like you guys were in every passing lane, closing, driving gaps. Was that kind of more what you wanted to see for the first 3
Well,
and a half, 4?
it's more, like it's and there's bits and like the shell is pretty good. Like when you look at the points in the paint, I think we're allowing 46 points a game in the paint. So the shell is good. The defensive transition is good. The rebounding has been good, but it's the challenging of shots.
The New York Knicks have had a solid start to the 2024-25 NBA season, but they haven't quite hit their stride yet. While their starting lineup boasts impressive firepower, with stars like Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, and OG Anunoby, 2 major challenges have held the team back: a lackluster bench and the underperformance of Mikal Bridges. Bridges, a player who once looked like a rising star during his time with the Brooklyn Nets, has struggled to find his groove this season. He's leading the NBA in minutes played, averaging 38.3 per game. Yet his scoring has dropped to just 15.8 points per game. That's a significant decline from the 26.1 points he averaged during his breakout stretch with Brooklyn. However, this isn't a sign that Bridges has regressed. It's more a case of finding the right role for him in this crowded Knicks offense. With Towns looking like an MVP candidate, Brunson maintaining his all-star level play, and Anunoby stepping up as the team's third option, Bridges has become somewhat of an afterthought in the starting lineup. Meanwhile, the Knicks bench has been the worst in the league, averaging a dismal 20 points per game. This lack of production from the second unit has left a glaring hole in the team's overall performance. But there's a simple fix: staggering Mikal Bridges' minutes. Head coach Tom Thibodeau has the opportunity to unlock Bridges' full potential by giving him more time with the second unit. As the focal point of the bench offense, Bridges could thrive with a green light to attack. His efficient mid-range game and strong shooting percentages, 46.9% from the field and 40% from 3, make him a perfect candidate to carry the scoring load when the starters take a breather. This adjustment wouldn't just boost the bench, it would also allow the starting lineup to operate more freely. With fewer mouths to feed in the opening unit, Towns, Brunson, and Anunoby could dominate even more effectively, while Bridges brings balance and energy to the reserves. The Knicks are already a playoff-caliber team, but solving these issues could elevate them to legitimate title contenders. A simple rotation tweak could make all the difference in unlocking their full potential. Now, what do you think? Should the Knicks give Mikal Bridges a bigger role with the second unit to solve their bench scoring woes? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to HoopZone Sport News for more NBA updates.